So this was from this morning. I attempted to, let's say, go and try and clean someone's gutters out. It was just around the corner from where I lived. So this was would have been a fairly straightforward kind of a job, but there was one big obstacle kind of getting in the way. And well, I'll just let the video play out, and you'll see for yourself. You could try and get on here if possible, but you can see it's very icy. It would be a bit dangerous, but I need to try and get that plant out if I can. There's a lot of rubbish in there. Okay. Right. Plan B. Well, you're saying that it's almost there. If you put, yeah, stand on that. Okay, that's all right. Okay, let's go down there. That was clear. It's frozen. It's frozen solid. Yeah. It's frozen solid up there, Alex. It's frozen solid. Yeah. It's frozen solid. I think we'll have to probably abandon it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, there's the snow came as well. I thought like rain will be alright.
There's a little memento for you. Look. So anyway, it's frozen. So what I have to do is come back another day.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's okay. Right. So there's not an awful lot I can do about the weather. I'm afraid I'm just going to have to wait until things warm up a little bit and I can get back on the job. So I'll have to rebook that one in. I think perhaps maybe next week when things perhaps a little bit warmer. So my day continued. I then went back home and I was in the garden just kind of messing around, and I saw that the bird feeder was absolutely empty, which is quite surprising. Well, kind of, because I only filled it up yesterday. So I went and filled it up again. So it was about 12:30, 1:45 in the afternoon, and I was sat at home and I was just absolutely bored out of my skull, nothing to do, and I like to keep my days fairly full. So the sun came out and things started to warm up slightly, so I headed out to a place called Westwoods, which is just the other side of Marlborough. let's release the mad dogs. There we go. The mad dogs have been released. Right. Hello once again, YouTube. Andy here with another little video as he desperately searches around for his keys, and he's left them in the car. Yes, he has. Oh my days, what's going on with my brain? Anyhow, so, yes. Right, okay. Anyway, on with the video. So today we're at a place called Westwoods Forestry Commission. I'll give you a bit of a spinny round. You can have a look for yourself. Freeze frame if you want to. Have a little read. So we're going to go and have a little bit of a wander around. I have not got my bike with me today. It was just too cold yesterday, and I thought, yeah, today's pretty similar, although it's a few degrees warmer. It doesn't feel like it, mine, but it probably is. So I thought I'd just leave my bike at home. I've just got it back from the repair shop, where had to have a few little bits and pieces done to it, especially to the gears. Anyway, it's running fine now apparently, so I think when the weather gets a little bit warmer, we can go out, have a bit of a ride. There's a bit of snow on the ground here. So it's hovering somewhere in and around, I think about 3 degrees there or thereabouts. So the idea of coming out here this afternoon, several reasons really. The dogs needed a walk, so I thought I'd come out and give them their little afternoon jaunt. I was sat at home just bored watching a bit of TV, and I don't like that kind of thing. I did see the sun come out and the temperature had risen slightly, and that was enough for me to basically just get off my backside, get myself out here and come out and fly my drone in the woods. That's what we're going to do today, and just be part of something which is quite amazing really. I was speaking to my grandson yesterday when I was up in my little man cave editing my last video. Thanks to all those who watched and liked and commented. My little grandson was saying, he's only about 9 years of age, and he was saying to me, is there going to be nuclear war? You know, for a 9-year-old to say that, you know, it was going through his mind. You're thinking, is there going to be nuclear war? Well, I bloody hope not. And it got me thinking really. I have been kind of away from, you know, the mainstream media news for quite a while, just because it's, for me, it's just a form of kind of psychology, fear. Okay, but it was like a boil. You just want to itch it. Okay, and so I went and listened to a bit, and I kind of know what's been going on lately, you know, and it seems that we could possibly be on the brink of some kind of a nuclear apocalypse. And I don't think I'm overstating this. Now, when you got America and Britain, you know, giving their ATACMS and Storm Shadow missiles, long-range missiles, which now can reach quite a long way into Russia, and they're using them. Vladimir Putin did say, if that happens, then that is a declaration of war. You know, I think it's a crazy thing to give man, you know, weapons so he can wipe himself out. Man in himself is a warring being. He's a warring spirit. You know, if you give a child a box of matches, you know, at some point in the future, you know, things are going to go pretty bad for that child. If you give man the ability to wipe himself out with nuclear weapons, you know, at some point that's going to go bad. And it has done twice, 1945. You know, so I sat down on on my couch earlier today, and I actually I sent an email to the Russian embassy in London, just telling them my thoughts, some of my fears. I, for one, I understand history. I understand the importance of the Russian involvement in World War II. Without the Russians, we would have not have defeated Nazi Germany. Okay, and I just think that the Russians are being treated really badly. That's my personal opinion. But someone who knows about history, who's read about history, who knows about the ongoing situations really from 1990, the collapse of the Russian Federation and what happened after that, with a slow invasion of NATO going into the Warsaw Pact countries. There was an agreement signed that they wouldn't do that, and they have done. So I kind of sympathise with the Russians. Personally, when you gather all this evidence together, Russia, although it seems on the face of it are the aggressors, with the help of Western media, of course, but in real, everyday, cold, hard facts, the West and NATO, Britain and America, we are the aggressors. We are the aggressors. And if you do your research about this, you'll then come to the same understanding. What I've come to is that the West are the aggressors. Anyway, so I sent my email off, kind of putting these things, down on an email. I don't suppose I get any kind of a response back. I might just get a no reply, from them. But, I feel better for doing that. And I feel a whole lot better as well coming out here, Westwoods. Nice and peaceful. Listen to that. Ain't that wonderful? Cannot hear a thing. Okay, right, let's go for a little flight, shall we? See how we get on. I'm just going to check my settings, actually, make sure that everything is working, functioning well. Satellites, okay, could do with a few more, but I think we'll be okay. Right, take off. Oh, problem straight away. Okay, just had a leaf had just gotten onto the aircraft itself. Right, let's get filming away then, shall we? Here we go. Take a nice little flight through this lovely little wood, Westwoods. Wasn't expecting to do this, actually. I was kind of hoping today to let's say do a cleaning job, a gutter cleaning job. I got there. Hi Alex, if you're watching. He's I went round Alex's place today. It is just around the corner from where I live. Literally, it's about a 2-minute walk. Anyhow, so I went to Alex's place today and tried to do some gutter cleaning work, but the gutter was absolutely frozen solid. Which I had an idea that might be the case, actually, but it was confirmed when I got there. But not to worry, we'll get back to that one, Alex, at some point when the weather decides to warm up a bit more. I just can't do it at the moment for obvious reasons. Anyway, we shall fly around, stick it on the old big screen, guys. Many thanks to Peter, who does some animation for me. Thanks, Peter. I'm just going to take it up a little bit because I'll just point the camera down a little bit, just because there seems to be quite a lot of just twigs and things just coming up out the ground. So head off over in this direction, I think. Might get one or two downings just because it's just so busy out there, just with the amount of twigs which are presenting a slight problem. Nonetheless, I've just got to be a bit vigilant, that's why. That's all. Anyway, yeah. Just nice to be out here once again, flying my drone, just doing what I like to do in and amongst nature. We might see something, we might not. It doesn't matter if we don't, to be honest. It's just nice to get out and to breathe some fresh air and to do the things which I like to do. Okay. It's presenting a bit of a challenge, isn't it, with these little wispy bits coming up off the ground. They do come up at you quite quickly as well. You can't blink almost for fear that you actually run into one of them and it downs your drone. Anyway, we'll try and keep it in a fairly flyable state for as long as we possibly can. We're just going to try and head for the little gaps, really. The little DJI Neo is fantastic for this. It really is. It's almost indestructible. I just like it. It's just a great little drone. I think this drone will probably be the best seller which DJI are probably ever going to have, to be honest. I'm kind of looking forward to the Neo 2. That might give us a few more options about certain little... I don't know how they can improve. Perhaps a better camera, maybe. I'm shooting in 4K, 30 frames per second, so perhaps they can up that maybe to, I don't know, 5.4K or something. Not that my PC can actually handle that. I do believe that YouTube actually end up compressing your file down, so it's kind of dictated by what YouTube kind of give us, really. Anyway, it's just nice to be out here doing what I like to do. Yeah. So we do live in interesting times, peeps, don't we? We never... God, it's a dead end there, isn't it? We never quite know what's going to happen next. I have been listening to a certain George Galloway and Neil Oliver. They've got their finger on the pulse. They know what's going on. I mean, I think people are starting to wake up now to the fact that the West are the aggressors. It's not Russia, okay? Not saying that Russia, they're all squeaky clean and they're angels and all this kind of thing. That's just not the case. All I'm saying is that, I think that we have been poking the bear, and it's probably best that we don't poke. We are, the powers that be are playing Russian roulette with our lives. Is Putin bluffing? When Putin says, I will consider the nuclear option, basically means like, our nuclear. I don't think that's a wise thing to really test that. To play Russia roulette with the world, let's say, because if it does go nuclear, then basically the whole world's gone. I mean, I think Oppenheimer's got some, he has to, he's got to, well, he's obviously not here, but, ask himself some questions. Have I done the right thing? Have I given the human race now the ability to pretty much wipe itself out and wipe all life off the planet? Yes, I think that you probably have. Right, some water down below there. I want to try and get out of here if I can. I want to get out of the water part anyway. Head towards home. We still got, 56% battery life, so I'm not too far away at the moment, so anyway, yeah, so I was kind of sat at home doing nothing, and I thought I'd just come out and make a video like I did yesterday. Flying sideways is not good. Right, I need to try, the home point is straight ahead there, so we'll try and keep it in a fairly straight line, flyable state. I've not spotted anything yet, guys. If you stick it on the big screen, you've got more chance of actually seeing something. I've not seen anything on my screen I'm looking at, not to say that I might have missed something, I don't know, but there are quite big herds of deer in this particular wood, and I don't know what else there's in here. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's come to a bit of an end now, I'm afraid. It's not too far, it's only over there, so I'll go and pick it up. I've got 49% battery power left. I think I'll take it out for another flight. Okay, so we'd located a little chap. There he is down there. We just stop it from flashing and beeping by doing that. And upside down, well, you're never going to fly like that, are you, young man? Anyway, we've got two lights, which basically means that I've got 46% battery power. Wow, it's pretty thick around here, isn't it? Gosh, I tried to fly through that. I did quite well actually, as it come from that direction there, heading over towards that direction there. I guess I'd have probably taken it that way. But nonetheless, you can see that it's really, really thick around here. Not ideal conditions to fly a drone, but then again, it is a DJI Neo, so it doesn't struggle at all in this kind of environment. You just got to pick the right line, which I didn't do. Right, slightly new location, a bit more open here, so it should be a bit easier flying. Let's take her off, shall we? And we'll get filming. There we go, new battery here now. Right, let's have a fly around, shall we, and see what we can see. I can cut loose a bit more. Up here it just seems a little bit more open, so we should be able to hopefully navigate without too much interference from little twigs and things coming up from the ground. Perhaps famous last words, I think. Anyway, we just fly around, another 10 minutes maybe or so, until perhaps she comes down again. The way I fly, that's probably going to happen at some point, but it's just nice just to get out here, just to see, you know, what this place kind of has to offer. Flying into the sun a bit here, I don't really like that. Oh, a bit of a rampart here by the look of it. Ooh, well, could that be an old Iron Age hill fort or something? So it could be ramparts there, I don't know. Let's have a little fly around and have a closer investigation, shall we? I don't know, oops. Okay, just take it a bit easy. Possibly, that could be an old Iron Age hill fort up here, where I presently am. It just seems to, once you've seen one, you just kind of think, oh, that looks familiar. So it could possibly be an old Iron Age. I need to check that out actually. I'll put an annotation down below in text or something, whether it is or not. I just need to go and maybe check that out, and just to be sure maybe. One would imagine that it probably is. This place is very old. It's a very ancient wood, this one. So if I was a betting man, I would say yes, this probably is some kind of an old hill fort from yesteryear. Oh dear, it was a big hit, wasn't it? Sorry about that. Okay, we'll carry on. If that was a Neo, a DJI Mini 3 or something, or a 2, that would have been probably a bit of a downer then. Anyway, still in the flyable state just about. I don't know how, but we are. Okay, right, concentrate. I need to concentrate on my flying. This really does sharpen up your kind of drone flying skills doing this. pathway there, so we won't bother going down the pathways. Let's bring it back down this way, I think. Try and take it slightly back towards myself. Get in the woods again, shall we? Okay. Yes, it is a very nice wood, this one. Not too far away from Savernake Forest, which is probably about 3 times the size of this wood. I'm not too sure of the actual hectares, the area this place is, but let's say it's on the large side size. Yeah. Okay. Really nice and open round here. Lovely spot.
Home point updated.
Okay. Okay. Nice to breathe the cold, fresh winter air. Get that in your lungs. Quite refreshing. Really nice. Oh, flying into the sun now. A bit more difficult to see where you're going. A bit of glare. Okay. I think we'll probably just bring this one back now, I think, and perhaps call that a day. It's been really good. Yeah, lots to see around here. Just flying through the gaps of the trees. Oh, what's that down there, I wonder? It's lovely, isn't it? Well, that was close. Got a bit crazy. I might stick it on sports mode in a minute, actually. Right, stick it on sports mode. Alright, we're just going to go a bit mad. This is sports mode, okay. We'll just see how we get on with this. We'll just fly a bit quicker. It's a bit more uncontrollable when on sports mode. You've got to be a little bit more responsive with your shit. Okay, yeah, that's what happens, you see, when you put it on sports mode. You ain't got a damn clue what you're doing. Anyhow, it's okay. No damage done. We go and pick it up. We just have a look at it, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't a massive impact. It's more of a glance. It wasn't a head-on collision. It was a sideways kind of a bit of a glancing kind of a passy blow, but I'm sure that's going to be okay. I'm down to 45% anyway, so yep, we're going to see what it's like, and hopefully it'll be fine. Pretty sure it will be. Yep, seems to be fine. Whoops. Yep, looks okay. Whoops, it was okay. Oh dear.